How to make schools and educational software work together seamlessly. If you are into the educational software scene, this may be one of your biggest questions. Well, OneRoster is the answer. Hello, my name is Vitaly. I'm the head of project management at Tech Systems, and today we'll talk about an educational protocol called OneRoster. We've been working with OneRoster for years, and it's time to share our knowledge. So, let's get into it. Why do we need OneRoster? Imagine this. You're a teacher and you have a bunch of applications and digital tools in your classroom, but you don't want to manually create accounts for each student in every single app. It would be very time-consuming. Well, that's where OneRoster comes to rescue. It can help schools and software developers to share important student information in a standardized way. This means that when a teacher wants to use a new app, they don't have to spend hours setting up accounts. The information is already there, ready to go. So, how does OneRoster actually work? It's like a bridge between student information system and digital tools used in a classroom. The SIS is where all the important student data is stored, like names, grades, and classes. OneRoster connects the SIS to the digital tools by providing a standardized way to communicate with each other. It's like a language they both understand. Once the connection is established, OneRoster can automatically send the necessary student information to the digital tools. So, when a teacher wants to use a new app, they just select their class and that's it. No need to create student accounts. The new app is already populated with the correct student roster and everyone's ready to learn. OneRoster manages three services: enrollments, grades, and resources. With enrollments, schools can manage student registrations electronically. It's like having a virtual registration desk that saves time and energy for both students and administrators. It also reduces the chances of errors and missing paperwork. When a student enrolls to a course or class, the data from the SIS goes to the learning management system. When a new student applies to a school, the district IT staff can create a student profile easily and without frustration. Next up, we have grades. We all know how important it is to keep track of student progress and assessments. With OneRoster grade service, teachers can easily record and manage student grades in a standardized format. No more messy spreadsheets and manual calculations. Teachers can efficiently enter grades for assignments, quizzes, and exams, and the system automatically updates student records. It not only saves time, but also provides valuable insights for students, parents, and administrators to track academic performance. It's a digital gradebook made simple. When a teacher grades a task, the results from assessment application automatically go to the SIS. Lastly, let's talk about resources. In the digital age, educational materials come in various forms: textbooks, videos, interactive exercises, you name it. OneRoster Resources Services makes it easy for teachers to access and distribute these materials to their students. Teachers can effortlessly organize and share resources within their digital tools and learning management system. So, whether it's a PDF, educational website, or multimedia presentation, OneRoster ensures that the right resources reach the right students at the right time. When students enroll in a course, OneRoster makes it simple to pass enrollment information from the SIS to the learning platform. Now, let's talk about the technical details. First, we'll learn how data is exchanged. With OneRoster, apps data can be exchanged in two ways: through CSV files and through the REST API. Let's explore both options. CSV files are spreadsheets that you can open with Excel or Google Sheets. CSV files exchange is more dated solution compared to the REST API, but many school districts still prefer this option today. With this method, the SIS exports the CSV files into a special folder called SFTP. It's like a virtual storage where files hang out waiting to be picked up. If a school has an old SIS, the teacher would have to manually upload files to the SFTP. You may ask yourself, teachers still have to upload files manually. Why do I need OneRoster? With OneRoster, the beauty is that the structure of CSV files remains the same for all learning tools. So, there is no need to create separate roster files for each cloud service. One structure fits all. Meanwhile, the modern SIS can automatically upload files to the SFTP. Next, the receiving tool, like LMS, will again automatically import the files as soon as they get to the SFTP folder. REST API always makes the process completely automatic. Users won't handle files directly. This solves several problems. First, it saves time and makes the process error-free. If someone processes the CSV files manually, there is always a small chance that they will upload the wrong one by mistake. With the REST API, this doesn't happen. Second, REST API provides another security measure. When schools use CSV files, cloud applications can view the whole document. With REST API, you can grant access to the specific part of the data. So, if you don't want to overshare PII with your learning tools, REST API is a better option. Now, let's talk about security. OneRoster uses OAuth, the industry standard protocol for authorization. OAuth allows you to sign in to apps and websites using your existing accounts, like Google or Facebook. Instead of sharing your username and password, OAuth acts as a middleman. It verifies your identity with the platform and gives the app a special key. The best part, your actual login info stays safe. When students log in to learn an app, OAuth keeps their data secure. So, OAuth only get access to the specific data they need. Depending on the OneRoster version, it supports OAuth 1 and OAuth 2. OAuth 1 is more dated version of authorization protocol, but still secure one. In the meanwhile, the newer OneRoster versions 1.1 and 1.2 only supports OAuth 2. Now that you know what OneRoster is all about, you understand why school districts value it so much. So, if you want to sell your learning content to schools, you definitely want your software to comply with OneRoster. Schools don't want to waste their time on manual tasks. So, if you comply with OneRoster, you have an edge over your competitors. If you don't, school districts will probably choose other content providers. If you want to discuss OneRoster with our experts, feel free to contact us. Click the link under the video to get your software to comply with the standards. See you next time!